Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders, our great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting. That's the elect. All right, and just going to go right into it. All right, and I believe today is the 17th. Yep, 17th of April, 2022. The year where Yahweh Bashmi Shai turns up. All right, and as we've been paying attention to the prophecies, all right, and current events, all right, we've been seeing that this MOTB, all right, the talks for the MOTB is becoming more and more of a reality every day. Okay, and it's happening at a very, very fast, rapid pace. All right, like I'm going to get that first precept. Okay, and that's all because we're in the times of the end. Okay, and there's one major prophecy that's left. All right, and then all hell's gonna break loose out here, man. But we're seeing it being built up. Okay, it's the book of Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. All right, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so why is it saying inhabitants? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea? Because this devil pretty much has his hand and control over all things. All right, he got control over the earth, all right, the land. He got control over the sea. He got control over the air. Okay, and so many different things. But this devil is literally creating a destructive world just so he could have a justification for his new world order that he's trying to create. Okay, and the scriptures say that the Most High is going to destroy them that destroyeth the earth. Okay, so we know that Esau Edom's destruction, all right, is at hand, and everything that's happening now is leading to that. Okay, there'll be no salvation for the Edomites. Okay, based on their track record. All right, now this article here is by this website called Thales, Building a Future We Can All Trust. Okay, Thales, I guess. And the article title says, Revisiting Eco-Friendly Credit Cards, the DO or DO card from Doconomy. All right, Doconomy. It says Sweden. Here we go. All right, and Sweden has been, one of the countries that's been leading in this new form of beast technology, if you will. All right, this concept of having a device implanted in your body in order to partake in every day-to-day life. All right, something that the Swedes have made quite normal. All right, over the past 2-3 years, we've been hearing a lot, that Sweden has been, in the forefront of that MOTB technology, man. So I'm not surprised that they'll be back in the news again. But let's read. It says, Sweden, an innovative carbon offset credit card launched. Okay, it says perhaps what sets Sweden apart is a combination of citizen engagement, collective ambition, and high awareness of climate change challenges. Okay, so that's the play. Okay, because of the climate and it's changing, we as people also need to adapt. So that means that we have to give away our freedoms and change the way life has always been lived. Okay, we're going to change it over the last 2-3 years. All right, we're just going to change everything that we've always known for thousands of years. Now all of a sudden people don't know how to use common sense. People all of a sudden don't even think for themselves. People all of a sudden just believe and trust in any and everything, all right, that they're told to believe in, all right, by their so-called governments and so on and so forth. All right, and that's all part of the MOTB, all right, construction of the MOTB. Okay, because you have in Revelation 13 verse 16, all right, talks about, and he causeth all. Okay, and the causeth all we're seeing happening now. Like I said, over the past 2 years, you've been seeing, the cognitech, okay, change. You've seen the biotech, you've seen the nanotech, okay, and then there's one more that we've also seen. Okay, that's all going into the changing, all right, of how people, and the infotech. There you go. Okay, so you have cognitech, which is the way people think, about life and technology. Okay, the acceptance of putting technology and human beings together, merging them together. Okay, the infotech, which is the idea of getting all your information through these technological platforms, all right, giving them pretty much the ultimate power. All right, they get to decide who gets to speak and say what, when, and how. That's the infotech. Okay, the battle for information, if you will, the control of information. All right, and you got biotech, which is what technology being merged with life. Okay, and then you have nanotech, which is technology being merged into people's food and medicine and so on and so forth. Okay, putting technology at a very small level, a very tiny level, very microscopic, leading to that micro what. Okay, so we're watching that poeo, the construction happening in our very eyes, man. And only the elect are going to be able to see it. All right, so let's continue. It says the message we get from Sweden is clear. We need to make radical changes in our daily habits. Salakia. It says we need to change, or we need to oh man, Salakia. It says we need to make radical changes in our daily habits if we want a survivable future. It happens now, and it's up to us. All right, that's how these devils play games. Okay, they destroy the earth and then they blame it on you and say, look, we could change and save the world if you just do what we tell you. But see, we ain't say that we want to save the planet. We don't see anything wrong with the planet. The problem is you. All right, problem is you, not the planet. All right, it says for Swedes, 78% believe that they can personally act to slow down climate change, and it comes as no surprise that many innovative climate conscious programs are coming from the kingdom. Look at that. Damn. The kind of words they're using now, huh? It says, so let's take a close look at this one initiated by the economy. This initiative combines eco-conscious spending with eco-friendly credit cards, highlights one of the many noticeable changes in consumer attitudes. It says in 2018, the United Nations released an urgent report stating we need to cut CO2 emissions by half in 2030 to avoid an irreversible carbon crisis. You hear that? So that means that everything that's about to be done now is going to be in accordance to the demands of the UN. Okay? According to the UN's program of zero carbon emissions by 2030 or 2050 or whatever, we need to change this. We need to do away with driving cars. We need to do away with credit cards. We need to do away with cash. We need to do away with this. We need to do away with that, in order for us to, be in league or in a acceptable case for this new world order system. So soon you're gonna be seeing the justification for having certain type of technology around you. In order for you to gain access, like you had the CV card. That's a form of having to have some type of technology, because they were using QR codes. Okay, QR codes, man. So that's all part of that technology, all right, that's being brought around people, being introduced to people so they could see it, live with it, get comfortable with it. So when the time comes for the next transition, it's not going to be that drastic. Okay. It says the economy wants to inspire personal change in behavior, reduce consumption and compensation with a digital banking service, DO or do. You hear that? You hear that? So this is all about the poeo, the fashioning, the constructing, the building, okay, the setting up, all right, the changing your behavior, all right, and so on and so forth, man. All right, it says the free Do app is connected. Do, right? Do, D-O. It's almost like they're telling you something. Do something. It's an action. Okay? It says the free Do app is connected to a credit card that enables the card holder to track and measure its carbon footprint for each purchase and to compensate for its impact day by day. Wow. Right? It says Do works differently from so-called green credit cards that donate a percentage of every purchase to the green economy with more or less transparency. Beyond that, it is notorious that some banks issuing green cards also fund fossil industries. Being conscious of the impact of your purchases might be better for the climate than selecting an eco-friendly or green credit card. You hear that? they say, let us explain. So they're about to explain why they're saying that shit. Right? It says, reduce your carbon footprint day by day. Let's read. It says, the Do mobile banking service lets users track and reduce their CO2 footprint through carbon offsetting. It is a very tangible tool for those who want to make a difference. See? So the talks, the propaganda, the campaign has begun. Okay? It says, the carbon impact metrics displayed alongside the transaction provide essential visibility to fully inform the consumer for a conscious decision. Right? The information is based on and this is exactly what they're going to put when the MOTB is finally made a thing. Okay? They're going to give you all the scientific benefits as to why it makes all the sense in the world to take that thing. You know? It says the information, and they're going to call it information. All right? The information is based on the Aland Index developed by the Bank of Ireland. It calculates an approximate impact from the goods and services bought with the Do card. So they're tracking everything you buy, okay? And they'll be having limits on it in the name of CO2 emission cutback, right? Carbon footprint. It says users are also invited to compensate for their greenhouse gas emissions through projects meeting the UN certified green project criteria. You hear that? So they're basically putting all the problems on the individual. Meanwhile, the most pollution that happens is really these companies. Okay, these companies that run shit, you got businesses and everything. They are the ones who are pumping the most gas out there. If that's really what you wanted to talk about. Okay, not the regular individual person. You know? It says UN certified carbon offset schemes allow clients to invest in environmental projects worldwide to compensate for their carbon footprint. These projects are developed to reduce future emissions and are often located in developing countries. Do offers different themes for these projects. They range from cleaner burning cooking stoves and wind-generated electricity to clean waste disposal, all of which contribute to global emission reduction. All right, you see the mindset of Esau? This earth has been like this for years, thousands of years. And you just come in and in a few hundred years, you want to just change how people just do things. You know? Duconomy, here's a fun part. It says Duconomy, do black is even more radical. Check it. It says, we've seen that users can make their daily purchases with the Do card, tracking the carbon emissions associated with their spending with the Do app. Duconomy goes one step further by adding a premium card to its offer. But instead of introducing a premium black credit card with its specific benefits to encourage further consumption, Duconomy does the opposite with the Do Black. It's the world's first credit card with a carbon limit, setting a maximum to your footprint for the year. You hear that? So again, a transition. After this, what do you think is coming next? Everything goes digital. Now, everything you've been building with your so-called Do card now is going to be transferred to something else. Right? It says, in other words, it's the first credit card ever to stop you from overspending based on the level of CO2 emissions generated by your consumption. Damn. So here we are, man. Okay? Yes, you read that right. The Do Black card won't let you buy anything else after you hit your carbon quota. Okay? It says, it's presented as an educational effort according to one of the founders. The carbon limit is It says the carbon limit is tailored to the national limit defined by the world leaders under the Paris Agreement and aligned with the 2-degree target for 2030. In Sweden, the average consumer is responsible for approximately 19 tons of carbon emissions each year from consumption. The 2030 monthly limit is 791,005 kilograms, I guess, CO2 per capita. A whole bunch of math equations that they put out there just to confuse people, which don't mean nothing. All right, it don't mean a damn thing. All right, ultimately, all right, and I'm gonna put this in the description. Ultimately, all right, what they're trying to push for is a change of worlds. All right, and we've been saying that this transformation, all right, from using the brick and mortar system and the old way of doing things to this new technological age of living. Okay, the number one thing that you're gonna do in order to live is to buy and sell. Okay, and if this buying and selling we've been talking about is here, all right, this new form of payment is here, then you're gonna have to make the adjustment. Okay, and that's a article that brothers we all went into, all right, last week. This is 6 days ago, and it was from the BBC, and it says what the M chip implants that let you pay with your hand. Okay, so they're talking about finance and changing the money system and payment system and how technology is playing a big role in it. You know, they're setting up a whole system, but then at some point, how are people going to interact with these systems? Right? That's where that's the key, that's the catch. They're constructing, they're building, right? But how are people going to interact with this building? How are you going to gain access to these things that are being created right now as we speak? Right? In order for you to access these things, they must have complete access to you. You see? And that's what we've been talking about, and that's what the scriptures say. And those who give that kind of access, you're going to be destroyed, period. All right? Here's the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive, meaning to give consent unto, okay, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, and why is that? And that no man might buy or sell. So if you want to engage in commerce, all right, in the next few months, this is going to be the way of doing things. The payment system, all right, this is what John saw. You're going to start seeing people taking it and actually living life with it. And as the more people get involved in it, and it's going to happen quickly. The more people get involved in it, and if it's taking too long and it's like, all right, y'all niggas is dragging your feet, they're going to hit everybody with the next crisis that's going to escalate things and speed things up into that system. All right, they've been talking about it. Cyber attacks and so on and so forth. Okay, so it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the charagma or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so that's exactly, all right, what this is. All right, how do you determine what the MOTB is? It has to do with buying and selling, your ability to gain access to buying and selling. Okay, and if you don't have that, then it ain't that. Okay, you're not going to be allowed, all right, to even partake in society, because first of all, you can't even identify yourself. How much more engage in any type of commerce, right? Because they want to know exactly who's doing what and how much they're doing it. So if you can't give them that information, then you will not be accepted in this society. And that's where the problems are going to begin. Okay, verse 18, it says, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, so all these things here is leading to that. All right, it's crazy because we're here. All right, the prophecies are all here. All right, so I'm gonna leave it off there low. You've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakha Kodash, the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.